Vande Guru Parampara. Om Sakana Bhavadu, Sakana Bhunaktu, Sakaviryan Karvavahai, Tejasvina Vadidamastu Avit Vishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharyaye Naciketas cha. Namaskaram. So we are in the Kathopanishad, second Adhyaya, Pradhama Valli. We saw the 8th verse in the last class. Just to recap where we are, having realized that I don't die, this is Naciketas' thinking. Having listened to the Yamadharmaraja, that death is not the destruction of myself, but it is the transference of the embodiments. And simply, he said, you are the unchanging Atma. And he gave a lot of sadhanas to realize that. So be it. If I am the Atma, I am deathless. My body may be decaying and falling. I may get a new body. I understand that. But I am still not free. That I have a different body, different life, different experiences. I am still not free. Now, this is not the question he directly asked. He didn't ask for give me moksham, but he asked for the status of that which is immortal. So that which is immortal means it is eternally free. Free means free from embodiments if it needs to be. Even if you take embodiments, free from fear, free from grief. So just because I have understood, at least intellectually, that I am not this body mind, but I am still suffering, still I am not free. That's because I have not understood that I don't need to be free from anything because I'm eternally free because I am none other than the Ishvara. This is a very difficult to comprehend. So, Yamadharmaraja started stating the Atma that you are and the Brahman that is are the same. Brahma Atma. To understand that, Yamadharmaraja is comparing the different forms of our existence in this world, in the embodiments, with the different forms of the Brahman in this whole universe. This is the Pinda Atma, this is Brahmanda Atma. How they are one and the same. How did we learn this one? From our personal perspective, my embodied life is not just the waking state, it's of 3 different experiences. Jagrada, Swapna, Sushupti. So the one I am currently having breakfast and filling my tummy with a lot of food, when I go to bed, I dream, I feel hunger. So this eating food when I am physically present in this world does not carry forward itself into the dream state. I'm in a different world. So my experience is different. So is in deep sleep. Therefore, I can see myself as a Vishwaha. Vishwaha means one who deals with the world, the Vishwam, that is you and I right now, or a Taijasaha, one who is dreaming, creating my own world, not the external world. I enjoy with this. Or not having any world at all, completely free but ignorant as prajnaha, in a deep sleep. So the idea here is to understand the Atma that I am manifest in three forms. This you must understand very clearly. This is only you can prove by your experience. Very easily you can prove. Prajnaha, Taijasaha, Vishwaha. That is your name. Your name is Aham. My name is Aham. We have three other generic names, these three. Then the Vedas Upanishad takes you to Brahma. As you imagine these three bhavanas, three manifestations for you, the Brahman in your course of creation becomes Ishvara with his power of creation called Shakti. So Brahman becomes Ishvara and Shakti, Maya. So what does he go through? Exactly three stages. He is eternally in a deep sleep, unmanifest state. Then he is in a dream state. He visualizes many things. And then that happens in an actual state. So the first Pradama Jagaha, the Ishwara is called Hiranyagarbha. So what happened? When he creates this world, first he creates the reason for this world called Karana Prapancham, Avyaktam. He goes inside the Avyaktam and becomes an Andaryami. Like when you're in a deep sleep, if you're in a deep sleep and somebody asks me, who is this? I would say, oh, this is Ramesh. He's sleeping. But Ramesh doesn't know he's sleeping, but he's inside the deep sleep. Same way, when that's a Nitya Pralayam. When you have a sleep every day, it's your destruction of your world. You go back into sleep. The next day you come up, you create the world. So Ishvara also has got a Mahapralayam, and he takes everything inside, and just a Karana Prapancham is there, and he is inside as Andaryami. So I got two positions to compare. My deep sleep state, Prajnaha, Ishvara's deep sleep state, Andaryami. They are same. No difference. Only thing is, here I am ignorant, here is all knowing. That's the only difference. That is the difference. We are going to destroy it by the Vedanta Jnanam. And when we know it, when the difference is gone, they have to be one. Okay, this I can understand. This is not physical. This is not even emotional. This is some concept because unmanifest, I don't even know. In deep sleep, I don't even know who I am. I'll give it to you. Then Yamadharma says, no. I'll prove it to you. Go to the next state where you are a Taijasaha, a dreamer. You create the world and you experience the world. Same way, Hiranyagarbha comes and creates this world. Ya purvam tapaso javatu. We saw that in the sixth verse. Guham pradishya dishtandam andaryami. The seventh verse is ya pranena sambatyati. Sixth verse, yaha purvam tapaso jataka. Yaha means in the masculine gender, right? who has come as the firstborn, Hiranyagarbha. The seventh mantra we saw, Ya Pranena Sambhavatya Adidihi Devadamayi. Devadamayi. Devada means angels, divine angels. Therefore, he uses the feminine gender, Sri Lingam, Ya, who comes as Pranaha. The Hiranyagarbha's name is Pranaha. We saw this mantra. So the prana that is run through is the Hiranyagarbha in us. The prana is the what creates everything. Prana creates this dream world. Prana creates a vision. Prana creates a hunger. We saw that. Devata Mayi. This prana itself becomes all devatas. What is devata? Div is the root. Div means to light, effulgence, to bring luster, to glow, to power, to animate. So if eyes are seeing, the eyes got a power. See, there's the indriyam, and there's another word. You remember that? Golakam. We saw in the Tattva. Golakam is the apparatus. Indriyam is the power of the apparatus. This eyeball is Golakam. It cannot see. But when it's have indriyam of seeing, it sees. That we call it a devata. So he says in the last mantra, pranena devatamayi sambhavatya. It is become the devata of your body. So many things. So hearing is a devata. See, sometimes people ask why there are so many gods in India. It's not that we are stupid that, God is one, we know. We even say only God there is. But we have the capacity to discriminate and see the empowerment in every embodiment. See, if you have a problem in your street, you don't go to the Prime Minister and ask for an appeal. You can do that, but you go to the local councillor, right? So like that, you have the distributed power. So if you gratify the local power agent, either by worship or bribe or whatever, things get done. So we have identified the power apparatus in us, the power in us, and each power is a god, 11 devatas, or you can 33,000 devatas, or 3.3 million devatas, doesn't matter. But the prana becomes devatamai. The prana, what becomes all devatas, right? So when I worship Saraswati or Lakshmi or Narayana or Muruga or any form of God with certain power, we are only worshipping the Ishvara. The hearing is prana. Imagine if you have no prana, hearing goes away. Eating is prana. Seeing is prana. We saw that. So the Taijasaka who creates the world in you, same way the Hiranyagarbha are the same. Then come to the gross level, tangible level. Okay, I have a sense, I can touch and feel my body, my blood, my bone. I see things, the gross nature, bhautikam. Yes, this is called Virata Purusha. We are the Vishwa, Ishvara is Virata Purusha. Like Hiranyagarbha is shown as a prana shakti in the eighth mantra, which we saw last class, is shown as an Agni. Agnihi. So Prana is Vayu, then Agni. Why Agni is given for the gross form? See, everything has got a reasoning. Because Vayu you cannot see, but you can feel it. That's why the prana is called Vayu. Whereas Agni you can see. Agni is the primordial element which has got a form. The first form is Agni, which means every form is Agni. Very simple. When there is no form, and the first form came as Agni, then there are many forms came in. What is the logical deduction? Every form is Agni. So as soon as you see anything gross in this world, that is Agni Devata. But I see a computer here. I see a book here. Is it Agni? Yes, it is Agni. It's got a Panchapuda Panjikranam, but inside is Agni. The beauty of these mantras are they not only impart the Atmajnanam, it is also instilling in you the sadhanas to achieve the Atmajnanam. What's the point of knowing something if you can't really achieve it? So he's feeding also. If I say Agni is Ishvara, gross form, and Agni is everywhere, then I must worship the Agni. I must know the Agni. Worshipping is only to know, to become with that. So he gives in this mantra, Aranyor Nikito Jata Veda Garbha Iva Supradho Garbhini Vihi Dive Dive Ijyo Jagruvat Bihi Kavishvat Bihi Manushyebhi Agnihi Yetat Vaitat. This Agni, which is the gross form of Hiranyagarbha, it is there in two places. In you, naturally, because you are there as a gross form, out there in the world, in the Jagat. But I see fire, I see sometime, but I see many objects. How do I worship this Agni? They say, take the Arani wood, Aranyoho, Nihidaha. Nihidaha means already existing. What is existing? Virat. Jata Veda. Jata Veda is Virat. Virat is existing. The fire. Jata Veda means one who knows everything. Omniscient. So what do you do? It is there by churning this, by rubbing it each other, you produce the Agni. That Agni, therefore, you preserve it, you nourish it. How do I do that? Garbhaga iva garbhini bihi supradaha. Garbhini bihi, how does the pregnant woman would protect, nourish the garbha? So carefully, so tenderly. Like that, you nourish the Agni. The biggest lesson is you nourish the world. Be eco-friendly, be organic, be respect everything. That's a bigger macro application. Adhyatmika thing, you have divinity in everything else. So that Agni, you need to preserve it. How do I do that? Dive dive ityaha. Ityaha means worshipped, adored. Dive dive, every day. By who? Jagruvat bihi, manushye bihi, Manushya Bhihi means all the people, us. Jagruvat Bhihi means one who is actually doing meditation, yoga. How do they do that? Havishmat Bhihi, by giving Havish. So here it is giving you an indication, a clue. Now you know the Agni exists outside and inside. Therefore, you preserve the Agni, nourish it every day. How do I nourish it? Havishmat Bhihi. Havish means food, giving her the food, nourish it. Who are the people nourishing it? Manushya Bhihi, Jagrat Bhihi. Two kinds of people. Those who do the upasana, mentally, meditative, or those who do kriyas, karyas, karmas. I'm speaking now, I'm expressing my vak shakti, that is Agni. So every time we use Agni, so I must worship the Agni. So when you do karyas, you do Agni Prayogam. When you do upasana, see the Agni is not just a physical form Agni, it is also the Agni that you have, the Jidakni, your digestive power, your intellectual power. No? We follow the Madhyana, we talked about it last class, churning. You do that. Gahi Madhyana, we talked about it. This Dive becomes Gane Gane when you do the Upasanam. So when you sit for the Upasanam, I want to look at the Agni, I want to pray to this by doing Ramanama Japam, for example. So you do the Japam. So that fire will come to you, that it opens up. It doesn't matter. It's all imagination, doesn't matter. Imagine that. Then hold on to it. Garbini behave. Because then the fire goes to barbecue fire, summer party, drinks, you gone. You lost. This is where, like a Garbini, you nourish it, bring it up there. When you do the Jnana Vicharam, Shravanam, Mananam, Vidyasanam, Dive means Bodhe, Bodhe. As you learn, little bit. Bodham, Pratibodham. Emotions. I told you last class, all this has got a practical application. By knowing this, what does it mean? If everything is thought, everything is thought, even emotion is thought, your anger is thought, your grief is thought. Oh, I think of my dead mother, I'm crying. That grief is the thought. But thought is what? Thought is in Vishayam, objectified and illumined in your mind. Is it not? When you watch a movie, in the screen there are a lot of projection, duet song, love, romance, fighting scene, tragedy. You are a mix of emotion there because you see a lot of varieties there. But actually what you saw just a light. The light got different shades of it. The shades are created in your mind, a world of itself. Now, if I remove the light, nothing is there, right? That means every knowledge, every thought that you have is alive because it is lit by your consciousness. If you know that you are that consciousness, the thought doesn't worry you anymore. The grief is still there, but doesn't worry you anymore. So I give an example of Mahapariva. A letter burnt, a newspaper burnt on the fire. When you look at it, you can still read the letter, but when you touch it, it is all become a baspa. Same way, when you have the Jnana Agni in you, Upasa Agni in you, Worship Agni is in you. And every thought is seen as a divine thought. Everything is Chaitanyam. Your prarabdha karmam cannot touch you. Your no try. You will still go through this samsara, but you are free. Because see, samsara is what? Samsara is not birth and death. If birth and death is samsara, was Krishna a samsari? Is Rama a samsari? Rama was born, no matter how it is, through payasam, through yajna, or whatever. He was born as a human being. He suffered. He died. So Rama is God, right? But was he a samsari? No. He embodied, he had a leela, he lived through it as a drama. He was not suffering from this. Hey, he cried in the Sundarakanda, he cried. Yeah, he enacted it like a drama being acted. That is the Tatparya we understand. This is the life we run through it. Bring it on. You want me to cry? I cry. But it doesn't hurt me. I'm free internally. Honestly, this is not a great technique. It is the fact. When you are crying for grief or when you are suffering from a pain, if you really notice very carefully, there is something in you watching you crying, something in you watching you suffering the pain. Now you take that identification with that something. I mean, you watch, you cry, you watch, you suffer. What will happen? You will still cry, but it doesn't affect you. Like a great actor on the stage, he's crying. Everybody, audience are crying. Audience are emotionally crying. The actor is not crying emotionally. He's acting. That's why samsaram is not birth and death. Don't give me any more birth. Why do you ask for that? Don't ask for that. This doubt Narendranath had with Ramakrishna. If I take mukti, I just disappear. Nobody. There's lack of understanding, of course. So should I? I'm not going to be born. I want to be born again in this world, and then do something good for the world. Is it samsara? No. But how do you want to be born? As a free person. Now, if you want to be a free person to be born, you be free now. You become free now. Because if you are not living this world with the freedom in your hand, you can never be free. If I go, pass away, oh, I leave my stock markets behind, my kith and kin behind, an incompleted book behind, oh, I'm miserable. You will be miserable. So that means give up everything else. So that is what this upasana and jnana vicharam gives you. So this is what we saw. Now for this last mantra, Devatamayi, the next mantra, he give an example. Yadachhodheti suryo stham yatra sagachyati tam deva sarve advidastadu natyedi kaschana etat vaitat yadascho yadaha cha yadascho suryaha udheti. He taking the Surya Devata. This is also the Hiranyagarbha, but I think it's connected. The Ishvara Devata Mayi, right? He is all Devata, right? Right now, you imagine Devata is the power. You will know more about it. So, one such power is Surya. So, he takes the most obvious pratyaksha. When you open the eyes, you see the sun. With sun, you see everything else. So, that Surya Let's see the meaning first. Suryaha yadaha udeti. From which, see now he brings the Napumsakalinga. Before Hiranyagarbha was yaha, then ya. Now he brings the, from which the sun is rising, udeti. Yatracha, and in which astam gacchati. In which sun is rising, which sun is setting. Tam, that Hiranyagarbha, Devaha Sarve, Sarve Devaha, Arpidaha. It means Sarve Arpidastu. All the Devas, all the Devatas are depending on that Hiranyagarbha. Tatu, that is Tat U, that means definitely Kaschana Natyadi. Adhyadi means going out, extending it out. Natyadi means Nadyadi, not going out. What is simply saying? Where the sun sets and where the sun rises. That Hiranyagarbha, nobody, no Devata can transcend that. Just now we heard that Balaji was talking about the sun as a Hamsa. Surya. Surya comes from Saredi Ake Akasha Idi Surya. Sarpan is a dhatu. Sarpa means that which moves. The sun is that which moves. Of course, we don't see it moving, right? But in physics, you know that it is moving. It is moving relatively. I mean, this is a big question because now science even thinks, are we moving or we are making the space to move from us? There's a new theory. Like if I'm walking from A to B, I'm actually walking from A to B, or I am bringing the space between A to B to come towards me. It's quite a complicated thinking there, but or they say space expands. When they expands, when you take a balloon, you put a lot of dots. When you blow the balloon, the gap between the dots expand, right? So they measure solar system and the Milky Ocean, the distance is moving. So what do we take it? Do we take the solar system moving away or the space is expanding? So Vedas are very clear. Everything is moving. So the sun, the Surya, which is moving, from where it comes and where it goes. Now you must remember what I said about Hiranyagarbha. He is in a dream state. He creates this world. He creates this sun. And when he opens the eye, the whole world is created. Sun exists. When he closes the eyes, where does the sun go? Goes inside. Easy to understand. You see the sun now. You see everything else. I see the sun. With the sunlight, I see everything else. I go to bed, 9:30, I go to bed, I sleep. What happened to the sun? It's gone. Where has it gone? It's gone inside me, somewhere. For you, it is outside. And now we look at myself, my perspective. So I see the sun, and with the help of sun, I see everything else. So I understand to see everything else, I need sunlight. But how did I see the sun? So I had the light to see the sun. You understand? So there I have a Mahasurya, Prachotayat. It's inside me. It is that. See, you have to see it's anything we see, we have to see in multiple perspectives. Bhagavan says in Gita, in the seventh chapter, he, like a great teacher. What does he do? He will give you, Arjuna will ask a very naive question. He will explain to him very simply. And then you put in a googly, you put in a technical word. Arjuna will jump up and down. What is it you're saying? Something else. I can't understand. A great teacher is like that. They will pack a new word, new vocabulary. Padartham is very important. So in the seventh chapter, Bhagavan says, you can see everything in 4 different way of looking at things. What are they? Adibhautikam, Adhyatmikam, Adidaivikam, Adhyagyam. He got confused. So in fact, in the 8th chapter, Arjuna asked, Kim Tat Brahma? He asked with 7 questions. All the words Krishna asked in 7th chapter, Arjuna repeats. Kim Tat Brahma? Kim Adhyatma? Kim Karma? O Purushottama? Adibhudam cha kim? Proktam Adidevam kimuchyate? Adhyajna kadam go? Atre dehe asmin Madhusudanaha prayana kale chakatam Nyeya asini nidamapi. Oh God, Purushottama, what is a Brahman? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is Adibhutam? What is Adidaivam? What is Adhyajam? Leave the Brahma and Karma. We heard about it before. He's asking what is Adibhutam, Adidaivikam, Adhyatmam, Adhyajam. Then you have the last question. Prayana kale kadam nyeyo asi nedamapi. Arjuna, Krishna, you will tell me all the meaning of it. I may understand everything else. But prayana kale, when I am dead, when I am going to die, how am I going to remember you? All these things. So this is a very important mantra. So here, same way, when you look at the Suryan, you cannot say, yeah, it's a star. I read physics. This will die. Yes, it is oscillating. In fact, the speed of sun is not uniform because it's got different density. It's just a nuclear fusion. It will die in billions of years. It's a dead matter. Why are you worshipping? Yes, so be it. It's helping us. It's dead matter. Anything that is a matter is called bhautikam. Adibhautikam means physical. Adibhautikam means the all mass physical aspect of it. Is it the claim that physical aspect is dead, inert, insentient? Of course. Nothing against it. It is Prakriti. It matters. Yes, sun is a dead star. So is your body. So is your eyes. But then, that is the Virada form, Virat Purusha. Then that comes in a Devata, Adidevata. Who is the Devata of our sun? You know, Savita, Savitru. No, Gayatri Mantra you say. Savita is the effulgence. Chaitanya. Devata Mayi, who is that? Hiranyagadba. Hiranyagadba is Savita Devata. The Savita Devata brings the power of light to the dead matter sun, who is the Bhautika. The Adibhautika is a physical matter. Adidevata is the subtle matter, which subtle energy, matter energy. It's basically a great ancient equation. It is. The matter is the adibhautikam, energy is adidevikam. Right? So every part you see, everything you see, there's a physical part and there is an empowering part. The empowering part is a devata. My golagam is my eye and the Indriya Shakti is a devata. And we give a figurative form. Agni and Soma are my devata. The manas is thinking all the time. Chandraha is the devata. Like that, we have identified every part of our body embodiment to be adibhautikam and we attach adidevatam. Understand? Right. What is adhyatmikam? Adi is everything all out there. Adhyatmikam is that supersedes everything in bringing into my consciousness, my Chaitanya. If Savitru is the Devata for the sun to get the light, my Atma Chaitanyam, which sees the sun, I see the sun. Remember, to see anything, I need a sunlight. But I see the sun. I see the darkness. I know knowledge. I know I am ignorant. I know I do not know. So that which can knows everything is Chaitanyam. This is Adhyatmikam. See, same one sun, we take it, right? You see how many different perspectives? Adibhautikam, Adidevatam, Adhyatmikam. And the Adhyagyam is, what do I do with this knowledge? Everything I do, all my karmopasana, everything I do is Adhyagyam. By doing it, doing with things, I'm knowing it. Doing is knowing. Knowing is doing. So I become one with this. So this is the purpose of here. So Surya is not a dead star. It is the star which represents Hiranyagarbha. Imagine if you have some thermonuclear warfare and you have right now you have blankets of electromagnetic radiation shield. You can detect atomic bombs coming there, protect them. Some days the science may go that you may create a layer of to stop lights coming in. What happens if sunlight is not there? Adidevata from this Adibhautikam will be gone. Everything become a cold embryo. Nothing will work. Agni will be put off. But where does it gone? When I say put off, where is it gone? It's still gone back to the Hiranyagarbha. There's nothing. Samhara Murti, Rudran, he is Rudran. You cannot go anywhere else. We say Surya Narayana. 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 Nara means water. Ayana means the path. Of course, Adi Narayana, we talk about the Parabrahman. Narayana is that which leads you to the path of Amritam. This water is what gives you the embodied life, creation, sustenance, assimilation. Everything is through this water, Amritam. But where the water comes from? Apaha Agniyad Jalam Bhavati. So Surya Narayana is the Savitra Devata, which is a Jnana Agni, has got the Agni and the water and all the creation go through it. In fact, in the Garuda Purana, they say when somebody is disembodied, You remember that? In the Sastric view, when the body is disconnected, what do you mean disconnected? What is connected to what? It is connected to three shariras. There's a Karana Sharira. Karana is just a reason why I am here in this body. Okay, that concept you put as a Sarira. You have to think abstractly. Okay, that's a Karana Sarira. The reason I am in this body. And the instruments to empower this enactment. That means my Sukshma Sarira, my Manas, Buddhi, Ahankaram, Chittam, Jnanendriyam, Karmendriyam, Panchaprana, all subtle stuff. Pranena, that is there in the middle. Then I need to be born into this family, this father, mother, this sibling, this country, in this form, this color, this skin, with these diseases from the birth. Third, gross body. The prana in the middle, wind them together. Now you got entwined thing. Grandhi, it's called. Several grandhis there. When we don't understand all this, when we lead a life of turmoil, forgive me saying this, we deteriorate these things. So the physical body get tarnished and it is start dropping from this chain. So at some stage, the physical body just gone down. Then this prana will say, I don't have a place to live on it. It elevates and goes. How does it get the power to go? The Chaitanya light reflection. If you call it Chidabhasam. Abhasam means reflection. It goes. Where does it go? What's the velocity of it? Direction of it? That is decided by the cause. Karana Sariram. What is in the Karana Sariram? Next set of karmas coming out. Well, you kill that cow before, so you become a hunter, you get killed or whatever. Or you did a lot of charity, you become Bill Gates next birth, you're born to rich man. So you just create the map for you, and then it goes in search of it after some journey. In between, you've done a lot of good things. You may go to Devaloka, enjoy time with Urvashi Ramba. You drop down. Then the prana comes, dies. See? So we learn from this, prana is what connects the causal body to the gross body. So control of prana, that's why the pranayamam, pranopadasam, everything we do is important. The body has to be maintained well, because this is the Devdas Sthanam, it is. But more important thing is what goes into my Karana Sariram. I want to make sure next time I put a letter there, I had to propel towards this world to be born as this man. So I have to do it. How do I do that? So you need to find out punya karmas, what punya karma you need to do, and put that in this. So when you do all, see, no matter who you are, if you do a lot of karmas, good person, do everything right, still you will die. But you die happily, because that's why Triyambakam Yajamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. You don't suffer from the death, because the rope gently removes. Like this cucumber plant comes out of this thing. You don't pluck this honeydew drops itself. See, if it is tied up like this, the grandhis are so many things. When it is forcefully, the soul have to leave, You need to untangle this, what do you call the grandiya mudichi, or this ties. It will be painful, isn't it? That's why it's called prana avastha. You suffer. My legs are paining, heart paining, everything's paining because so many granthas, the physical body is not willing to leave. So it's forcefully taken. So you need to have the jnanam. The jnanam means, how do you remove the granthis? The granthis are desires, ichas. I only wish I had the teeth to eat the murukku. You don't have a teeth. Why do you have the desire? The desire has tabam in you. So you give up things. That's what you do. Okay, I'm diversing, but important point to learn. So this prana is what is driving these forces. But all this is happening because, only because, the Chaitanyam is there lighting it. Like this movie theater projector is lighting the film. Point is, don't get engrossed in the Stula Sariram, Sukma Sariram, Karna Sariram, which Dharma I must do, which Punyam I should do, how do I get all these things? Of course, you must do it. But at some stage, you will say, all that is not needed because what is Nachiketa asked? Dharma, dharma, tita. What transcend dharma and dharma? Because what did Dharmaraja told him? Hey, don't bother asking all this question, man. You want to know what's happened to you after the death. This is what's going to happen. If you do all this Agni Vidya, you will go to heaven. You will have they are the Kannikas doing massage for you. Airavadam will be waiting for you. Any cards you want, you will have. You want to live millions of years? Be it. And he said, no, no, no. Don't give me all this. Because you know all this will be dead one day. So don't give me the papa punya, dharma adharma karyas. Give me that which transcend that. Now that we are talking about that. So for you and I, of course, we had to do first thing, do good karma, good punyam. Please don't stop doing those things. Don't think that we got the knowledge to go there. Do all those things. But all those doing correctly will lead you to the point and say, this morning I'm teaching these people this bhajan, or doing this seva in this temple, or I'm talking to this person to teach him some knowledge. All that I do, not because I want punyam. This is the biggest sacrifice you do. I do it because I have to do it. Why there's a fruit in the tree? Because I am a tree. I must fruit. Why there is a light in the sun? That is sun. Why are you there? Because I am a manhitam. I give hitam to others. I am a manushya. Now, when you have this understanding, is birth a samsara? Absolutely not. Give me thousands of birth. But in every birth, puruvai pirakkinum pundiya unnadi en manate. Whoever, even I born as a worm, let me think as Sarvatma Bhavam. So this is the essence of this. The whole thing is. Let me take one more mantra. Then he says, Yate Vega Tatamutra, Yadamutra Tadanviha, Mrityoho Samrityuyam Apnodi, Yaiha Nabeva Bashyati. This mantra is a thunderbolt from the Advaita. If you understand, realize, meditate, you would wonder, how could anybody even talk about Dvaitam? What does it say? Yate veha tadamutra. Yada mutra tadanviha. Yate, That means whatever ega, iha, saha. You take a saha there. Mityosa, mityam. Whatever is here, that eva, it is there. It's like a child's talk, you know. Whatever is here is there. What is here means, let me next one. Next part. Yad amutraha tadanviha. Whatever is there is here. See, he makes it 100% equal. If I say, what I have in this almirah is what is there in the upstairs, what does it tell me? It tells me whatever I'm having here is up there. But that leaves a doubt. It may be a subset of what I have upstairs. But if I say, what I have there is what is here. Now, do I have to go there anymore? Do I have to go to Swarga? You know, I think somebody sent a WhatsApp message sometime back. It's an interesting one. Somebody dies and goes to the God and says, God, I have done a lot of good things. Can you please direct me to heaven? And God said, hey, you have been in heaven. You came from heaven. I said, no. I come from the earth. No, that is heaven. Where else you can get trees, fruits, water, rain, seasons, people, colorful things. But you haven't got eyes to see the right things. Because there is nothing, there is no Swarga, it's all here. Ramana Mantra, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi always say that. You make it even one step ahead. He says, இப்போ இருக்கிறது தான் எப்பவும் இருக்கும். Why? Means whatever is now, that is there forever. It is same thing. Whatever is there, if you think there is something there, if you think there is God there, that is what is here. What is this Iha means? This is my house. Here you must take it as Iha refers to this Jiva Anubhavam. If I take, you think about yourself, I think about myself. Iha for me is this person who calls himself as Raja, who is going through this samsara, who is got anxiety and worries and happiness mixed in this kind of a world and longing for freedom. This in me. Same way for you. What is there? What I am looking for? That. Amudra. Amudra means what is there, which is placed. So God is here. So it is what is here is what is there, and what is there is what is here. Then there is one. There is only one. It's not only God, it's God only, like Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, God only. Everything is God. Divinity, Sarvatma Bhavam. What question comes to mind? I can't understand because she's woman, I am a man. How can it be same? Well, woman and man, because the physical structure is like that, the biochemistry is like that. But remove the biochemistry, what is there? Sukshma Sariram, what is there? Because we know that body is inert. It's a form. This necklace and this chain are different. Yeah, but it's gold. Melted gold. But it comes in a different form. This tide is small, this tide is big. Yes, it's tsunami, it's a tidal wave, but it is water. See, we are not looking at the names, form, guna vishesha. Namarupa guna vishesha. Nasti. What it is made of? Tattvam. Tattva means dhatu. What is that? Now, unfortunately, The second line says, Yaha iha, ya iha, yaha iha, naneva, means nana iva. Nana means multitude, variety, differences. Whoever is seeing differences here, what happened to him? Partially, whoever is seeing difference here, saha mrityoho mrityayum apnodi. He is going from mrityoho mrityam, death to death, death to death. Apnodi, he's going. So this is a kind of a Advaita Darshanam plus Dvaita Darshana Palam. And Ninda. I just finish with one small doubt clarification. So what you will say, again, it is abstractly nice. I can see logically everything holds very good. If you still have a doubt, you do manana. Maybe when some Dvaitis also say that, argue. Well, I agree Advaitam is fine when it is in the post-pralayam. Before the creation, yeah, everything is same. Like when I'm deep sleep, everything is dim. So there is Advaitam there. But once I get up, Dvaitam is there. See, the Dvaiti's problem is, sometimes they even grant you that, yeah, Ishvara and you Jiva-Ishvara Aikyam, I'll agree. At some stage, Jiva, Ishvara, one, agree. But what they cannot agree is that there's no difference. There's no world that is real, unreal. We will prove that is why it is wrong, because you cannot have two Chaitanyas, can you? Can you have two lights? Cannot. Oh, I have two lights, two lamps here. No, there are two upadhis, two adjuncts, two constrained manifestation of light energy. One is the LED, one is the thermal helium bulb, but the energy is just one. So Chaitanyam is one. It may be conditioned by different part. Like a moon can be in river water, a pot, a cup. Thousands of moon I can see, but it is only one moon. Reflections are not that. But I hold the reflection as myself. I attain the bhava that I am knowledgeable, because this knowledge is my inherent nature of my mind. The English word attain, the tain suffix means to hold. It's not used in modern English. It is a French Latin word. Tain means to hold. Attain, maintain, sustain, curtain. All this tain is to hold. Hold means what? Patra, attachment. Vedanta, we said, unhold everything. Give up. The hold we have is hold that, hey, I think. No, somebody say, I think, therefore I am. No, I am, therefore I think. If you think, I am, that means you think you are a matter of your thought. If you don't think, you don't exist. That means you become shunyam. I am, therefore I think. I can prove this because the consciousness would create thought process. Your dead body cannot think. There's no consciousness there. So I see differences, but you can say, look, Raja, you can talk all this crap. Lady is a lady, man is a man. Rich man is a rich man, poor man is a poor man. Educated is educated, uneducated is educated. There is difference exists. Correct. Agree. See, you cannot say no. What can you say no to? You cannot say no to something which is totally unreal, not existing. You don't need to say it. It's not real. It doesn't exist. Your cool fire, no, doesn't exist. I don't say no, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, full stop. Go. Right. Can you say no to something which is certainly true? I exist. You cannot come and say, hey, you don't exist. Nasty. Come on. It is certain. I exist. So, the negation is not possible. Understand this very important point here. Negation is not possible when there is something really non-existent, unreal. Negation is not possible when it is absolutely existent truth, because you cannot deny it. Now, then where is negation possible? Negation not only possible, negation is necessary to show that something which seems to be existing is not really existing. This premises you must understand if you need to appreciate the superiority of this argument of Advaitam, because why do we have Vedas exist to say that everything is different? Nana vida vastu hai. Everybody is different. You are different. God is different. World is different. Right? Go away. I don't need you. I can see it. It is there because everything exists as if. As if. How does it as if happens? So, say Balaji and I are walking, walking. Opposite, Ramesh. I don't like Ramesh, or whatever it is. So I see a person whom I should avoid. For example, Balaji loves him. Balaji sees him, he is preparing to embrace him, talk to him. What's happening? You have a same object of perception coming to. You have very different understanding of what is happening to you because you attach a bhavam of what you see. You don't see as they are. You don't see like a child. You don't see objects as they're supposed to be. You bring in your own srishti. Tena tektena bunchita. Remember that? Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavasyam idagundar. See everything as God. If you want to survive, to escape, tena tektena bunchita. Sacrifice all. There we saw literal meaning, sacrifice your wealth and everything, but sacrifice your creation. Don't bring your jiva srishti. Who are you to create? God is the creator. You are sent here to enjoy. You are a bhokta. You don't have any right to create anything. See as it is. Therefore there is nothing good, nothing bad. Nobody is a bad person, nobody is a good person. They may do an act which is disrupting the dharma, then that needs to be clarified, corrected. Just because of that, he is not a bad person. Because you don't have a right to do. So, the Dvaita Darshanam, I'm not saying you cannot not have Dvaita. You must have the Dvaita Darshanam. You and I have to feel different. Guru and Sishya have to feel different. Sishya cannot say, I am like a guru. No. You use it. Like sun rises in the east, you know it's a lie, but you use it. That's the idea of mithyatvam. Mithyatvam gives you enormous benefit in the bhavasakaram. To live in this world, you have to deal with the Dvaitam. You need to deal with this well. To deal with well, you must know the Dvaitam is Nasti. Understand? When you play with the Monopoly game, the child cries when it loses its currency. It lands on a suspension in a prison or something, you need to pay back to the bank. She cries. I go there, land in the prison, I just throw some money, I don't care. Because I'm for fun here. I know it. I deal with this because I know the truth. If you know it, you are liberated. Moksha is that. Moksha is not so going some other place because Tadeva Mutram Amutram. What is there is here, here is there. You will not go to Vaikuntham or Kailasham where there is a blissful place. No. You will go there, you will have samsaram there because you are not in the front seat. You are in the third row. First row is Manivama is sitting there. He is more punyatma than me. I get jealous. No point. It is freedom is absolutely tyagam. I have no hold on this. Not attain, but retain the Chaitanya. So this is where I stop it now. This is the great Mahamantra in my view. Then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next, try to finish next 5 mantras next class to bring this chapter to the conclusion. Thank you. Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sadhana
Bhavatu
Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sahavatu
Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Tejasvinavadidamastu.
Tejasvinamaditamastु
Mavachavahai.
Mavidvishavahai
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti
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 Shanti Shanti
Hari Om Tatsatem.
Hari
Om Tat Sat.
Sat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.